Good afternoon. Lethbridge's mayor called it a slap in the face to Southern Alberta when the premier unveiled her cabinet yesterday with no portfolios being handed down to local MLAs. But today, both Bridget Pasteur and Greg Weddick were back in their offices sorting out the details of their new roles within the Redford government. Daryl Rummold reports.
Greg Weddick was back in his constituency office on Wednesday, ready to embrace his new role within the provincial government as the Associate Minister with Municipal Affairs, dealing directly with medium-sized cities. He says the cabinet realignment is simply a new way of doing business.
Well, you know, I was very disappointed, of course, to lose advanced education because it's been such a wonderful portfolio. It fit very well with me, and we've made some incredible strides, but I also felt that we left the ministry in extremely good shape.
Weddick says he's proud of what he was able to accomplish in his time as Minister of Advanced Education and Technology, but looks forward to a new challenge. But that optimism isn't exactly shared. His office fielded dozens of phone calls and emails that all sounded a little like this.
I think it's mildly insulting for the people of Lethbridge. I think especially after Greg Weddick's yeomanship work in his prior position.
It's disappointing, but I guess there's not much we can do about it now.
Even Lethbridge's former mayor, who openly threw his support behind NDP candidate Shannon Phillips during the election, says he's confused by the move.
I'm really very surprised. I don't know what the strategy is, particularly given the fact that Lethbridge has the only progressive conservative members south of Calgary. It just really baffles me.
A sentiment shared by his successor now inside City Hall.
It's hard for me to fathom the decision-making process that was involved in doing that. Now, I appreciate there's a limited number of ministers, but again, PCs south of Calgary are few and far between. In fact, two of them, and neither of which is now a minister.
And I don't believe that Southern Alberta will be shortchanged just because they don't have a minister. Yes, it's wonderful to have one, no question. But they're not going to be shortchanged because we don't have them.
Both Lethbridge MLAs say while they may not hold cabinet positions, they were tasked with very significant roles within the Redford government. They say the concerns of Southern Albertans will still be voiced, even if they have to speak a little bit louder to be heard. Daryl Rummold, CTV News, Lethbridge.
Meanwhile, economic development Lethbridge officials say they're also surprised by the lack of representation in Premier Redford's cabinet.
Greg and Bridget have both worked really hard over the years to represent Lethbridge, and now we had an opportunity, I think, in this part of Southern Alberta to participate in a new government that is trying to set a new strong direction. And it's disappointing. I think that's really unfortunate that we don't see that cabinet membership.
Pasteur and Weddick will return to Edmonton on the 15th.